Good morning. It's 9:30 in the morning on Monday, the 27th of January, 2025. Got this pretty little Triumph up on the lift, and actually went up yesterday and found out right away that the battery is deader than a doornail and dry as a bone on one. These two cells are just about completely dry. And at that point in time, there's not much you can do, so I've ordered a new battery for it. Right now, I'm going to hook the shop battery up to it and try to get it started. See if it'll run. I think it should, maybe, possibly, could be. Client says it may have an oil leak, and I'm going to start looking for an oil leak. I'll let it run long enough to see if I can see any oil leak, and then decide what to do next. So, I've got the little heater down there warming the place up. It's a little chilly. And that's my morning. Here we go. All right, I pulled the plugs out and I got great spark. I got spark you can read a book by. So we got a good tickle, we got spark, we got compression by feel. I could do a compression test, but seriously, I get plenty of compression on the Kickstarter. I think it just needs to remember that it's a motorcycle and it should run. So here we go. I did clean the spark plugs. Ignition on. That's a good indication. A lot of smoke out of that right-hand pipe. A lot of loud noise. The tappets are louder than usual. I think I'm gonna check the tappets, especially this side, do a compression check, and see what's happening before I force the bike to run any more than we just did. Yeah. Just for confirmation's sake, I want you to know that I did start it one more time, just for about 30 seconds, to confirm that it has good oil flow back to the oil bottle. So it's got good oil flow. Now I'm going to go into the valves and see what I see. All right, the seat and tank are off, placed away safely. We'll get to work on lifting the covers off the rockers. Well, interestingly, yes. This side, which sounded extra loud, is actually a very, very nice, firm 2000s there and 4000s here. So the other side is tight. So I'll go over and I'll set the other side up and show you what gives over there. All right, on this left side, I really can't get a 4 into the the gap. It just, I can't even convince it to go in. There is play. I mean, just not very much. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. Same thing with the other side. With a 002. I can just barely get it underneath the inside there. I'm not sure it's in or not. But there is a little gap. So I'm going to loosen these about 1/1000th or maybe a little more. And that's not a problem. That's not a problem. It should run just fine that way. All right, so I've got this intake set to a nice sloppy 2000s. And I've got the exhaust set to a nice sloppy 4000s. So it didn't take much to get that. Now you can hear the difference. So nothing major there. But they do have these fancy dancy Allen wrench adjusters, which let me see if I can get a light in there and see if they are mushroom style. Can't see that side. Let's go to this side. Everybody knows that these engines are off-center, don't you? They're always offset to the left because that's where the drive is. And I really can't see the head on this I would say I don't know what I'd say. They might just be straight adjusters with an Allen head. They might be mushroom style. The only reason that's a curiosity question is that if they're mushroom style, that means that somebody had these rockers off. And if somebody had the rockers off, they probably had the head off. If they had the head off, they may have had the jugs off. Because you can't put the mushroom ones in without taking the boxes off the top of the head. You can put straight ones in. And I could unscrew one. Matter of fact, just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to take this one out. It's nice and easy to get to. I'm just going to take that adjuster completely out and see if it is, in fact, a mushroom style. All right. No, they're not mushroom style. They're just straight lifters, adjusters. So I'll put this back now and set it back to 2000s. And we now know that we don't know for sure whether or not anybody's had the head off or the rocker boxes off or the head off or the cylinder off or anything else off. So we'll do a compression check next. Okay, well, we've proven we have good spark. Gas going to the carb, tickled nicely. Bike started after 5 or 6 kicks, blowing smoke out of the right pipe. We didn't run it for very long, proved that there was oil flow. So oil flow's good. Opened up the rockers because they sounded loud. I don't know if they are or just sound loud to me. But anyway, the right-hand cylinder rockers are set to 2 and 4 beautifully. nice loose 2 and 4. The left-hand cylinder rockers were set to a very tight 2 and a very tight 4. So I loosened them up to a sloppy 2 and a sloppy 4, which is the way I like to set the valves. While we've got the plugs out, we're going to do a compression check on both cylinders. I have it in the right-hand cylinder now. I'll go over there, open the throttle all the way, and give it 10 good strokes and see what we get. Okay, we got 90 pounds. That's not horrible. Let's see what the other side says. Should be within 10 pounds of each other. Let's see. Well, I think you can see by my struggling, there's a lot more compression on this left side. It's 120 pounds. So 120 on the left, 90 on the right. Let's try that right hand side again. Matter of fact, I'll try them both again. I may not have released that pressure when I went to that side. Okay, we're showing 0. Let's It stopped 2 or 3 strokes ago at 90. Let's go back over to the other side. Do a double check. Make sure I released the pressure in the valve in the gauge when I did this side before. Showing 0. Oh, it stopped going up. And it's showing just shy of 120. All right. I'll take that as 120. Now just for grins, let's shoot a little oil in this right cylinder. A little bit of marble mist oil. See if that makes a difference. Showing 0. That stopped at 90 about 2 strokes ago. So we got 30 pounds difference, and you don't want more than 10 pounds difference. So I guess it's time I'll talk to the client and probably get a go-ahead to take the head off and see what's happening with the valves on this right-hand side. That's where we are. I'm going to call it the day, and it is, oh, let's see, what is it? Just about 1:30, let's say.